paid $4 per share and will take the company private. In sports, the Indians host the Yankees tonight. The Reds play at St. Louis this evening. Here in Columbus, showers and thunderstorms are possible overnight with a low of 39 degrees. Some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon, a high of 53.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Melissa Bond.
And I'm Robert Siegel. America has come to know Jeremiah Wright by soundbite. Sermons of Barack Obama's former pastor have been looped in video clips on YouTube and shown over and over on cable news channels. And now, Reverend Wright is speaking out defiantly in a fresh round of appearances. Today at the National Press Club in Washington, Wright said his sermons have been taken out of context. He also said that his critics are not simply attacking him, they are attacking the entire black church. NPR's Don Gonder reports.
It was a full house at the National Press Club headquarters in downtown D.C. this morning. The breakfast speech marked the beginning of a two-day conference on the black church. But given the location of today's event, it also brought out a large media contingent. Reporters lined the walls of a room that was otherwise packed with Wright supporters, who gave him a standing ovation as he took his place at the head table. Wright spoke for about half an hour, focusing on a religious tradition he said has too long been misunderstood.
Black preaching is different from European and European American preaching. It is not deficient. It is just different. It is not bombastic. It is not controversial. It's different.
Wright's main audience responded with loud and frequent applause, but his speech was followed by a Q&A session dominated by the reporters in the room. Questions were submitted by index cards and read by the program's moderator, USA Today reporter and Press Club officer Donna Leinwand.
Can you explain what you meant in a sermon shortly after 9/11 when you said the United States had brought the terrorist attacks on itself? Quote, America's chickens are coming home to roost.
Have you heard the whole sermon? Have you heard the whole sermon? No, the whole sermon. Yes or no? No, you haven't heard the whole sermon? That nullifies that question.
Wright then said he tried to answer the question in, quote, a non-bombastic way. He said he was quoting an ambassador to Iraq in that sermon. Then he added,
Jesus said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You cannot do terrorism on other people and expect it never to come back on you. Those are biblical principles, not Jeremiah Wright bombastic, divisive principles.
As for that moment made so famous on YouTube when he said, not God bless America, but God damn America, again he says it's taken out of context. But then he added,
God doesn't bless everything. God condemns something. And D-E-M-N, dim is where we get the word damn. God damns some practices. And there is no excuse for the things that the government, not the American people, have done. That doesn't make me unlike America or unpatriotic.
He was asked about critics who call his sermons unpatriotic.
The unfair accusations taken from sound bites and that which is looped over and over again on certain channels. I served 6 years in the military. Does that make me patriotic? How many years did Cheney serve?
Wright was asked about his relationship to Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan and his racially divisive statements. Wright said he doesn't always agree with Farrakhan, but praised him as a man Black America listens to. As for Senator Barack Obama, who criticized his former pastor's controversial remarks, Wright stressed that he was Obama's pastor, not a spiritual mentor. He then added his own critique of Obama.
He had to distance himself because he's a politician from what the media was saying I had said, which was anti-American. He said I didn't offer any words of hope. How would he know? He never heard the rest of the sermon.
As for the candidate himself, Senator Obama spoke to supporters today in Wilmington, North Carolina. He made no mention of Reverend Wright. Don Gonder, NPR News, Washington.
Now some reaction from two Democratic members of Congress. David Price of North Carolina, who's endorsed Barack Obama. Congressman Price, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And Congressman Emanuel Cleaver of Missouri, who's endorsed Hillary Clinton and is also ordained as a minister. Congressman Cleaver, welcome back to the program. Congressman Price, let me start with you as a supporter of Barack Obama. When you listened to Reverend Wright speak today, did you feel he was helping or hurting?
I think the real question is whether we're going to dwell on this matter of Reverend Wright and his pronouncements, or whether we're going to focus on the real issues at stake in the campaign. We happen to have Senator Clinton and Senator Obama both in North Carolina as I'm speaking at this very moment. I've been out there a fair amount. I certainly haven't heard a lot of concern expressed about the Reverend Wright issue. I hear a lot about the economy and about housing and about Iraq and about the need for a fresh start in our diplomacy. I don't hear much about Reverend Wright.